Hello. Welcome to a new stream. I suppose I should say another. This is the first time I've streamed.
Its area is strictly out limits.
Man, shut your goofy ass. Ain't nobody ask. Ain't nobody care. What can you really do? God, I am so slow on this map. Jesus Christ. By at least 4 seconds. I tried telling Gomez about it, but I don't think he cared that much because he continued talking about something else. Plus I didn't really get to finish either because he was talking about something else. And I was trying to tell him how, like, man, I need a new controller, because he kind of brought up how he got a new controller, and he was wanting to get something else fixed, or wanted to get something else, whatever. And I brought up my controller briefly. Wasn't of much interest, I suppose, though. I kind of want to start making, I guess, like, solo content. Because I haven't had any other friends to make content with. Or at least none that have been particularly available or willing to be available. Gomez, Trash, Caden, Sage, Spencer. All my friends. Every single one. Cough, cough. I really want to, like, I don't really want to word it as making content with my friends. That's not really how I, like, see it as content for other people to watch. Like, yeah, other people can watch it, but that's not the primary reason why I make content. Or at least that's not a contributing factor as to why I make my videos, or why I used to make my videos a certain way. I like hanging out with my friends, as does, you know, just about every other motherfucker you'd meet. But recording it allows me to remember those moments. And I can, like, sort of replay it. I can see all my friends' reactions, what they thought about, remember and see word for word what they said. And yeah. Excuse me. I don't know. I like, I guess, kind of like documenting it. Just because, I don't know. I don't really have a good reason, I suppose. I guess on interesting news, I'm supposed to be getting a kind of therapist. Not really. It's like a half therapist, but it's not a therapist. I'm gonna see, like, a neuropsychologist in, like, a couple months, I suppose, sometime in December. It is currently September right now. I'm sniffling because I was sneezing earlier. Probably because of like cat hair or something. I don't know. And I'm supposed to be seeing a neuropsychologist because it's already been kind of proven that I have ADHD. I got not really ADHD, but I got OCD. I have autism, likely PTSD, depression. I'm pretty fucked up, but the neuropsychologist, I guess, is supposed to like help further refine what everything is, to what extent, how much, and if it needs to be looked after. I don't know. I don't really understand the whole process or what exactly they'll do for that. But apparently I'm also supposed to be getting a kind of brain scan. I'm really excited for that because I want to know what I'm like. I want to know where I'm fucked up and where I'm fucked up. I don't know how I'm fucked up, where I'm fucked up, and where I'm fucked up. Because, like, I've just had it, I've just interpreted there being something wrong with me, I guess. Like, something fucked up with me in the head for, like, the past year or more. But, basically the Scoofy neuropsychologist and somebody else that will be collaborating with them will determine whether or not that's true. I would imagine it thus. However, probably not to the scale that I imagine it. I'm also currently uploading three streams, 3 live streams, 3 videos. I was originally going to edit the 2-hour stream that I'm uploading. However, Gomez decided to join like half an hour in. But the thing is that he joined on Xbox app because he doesn't have a and so because he's on the Xbox app, you can't include party audio when someone's live streaming, which sucks. Because then I was just schizo for like the next 2 hours, or the next hour more like. And then for like the last 10 to 20 minutes, I was kind of silent, and I didn't know what to talk about. I was thinking about how I could probably continue where that stream left off, for this stream, but I also really didn't fucking feel like it, because that would have required me to know what I said in the last stream, and I really didn't feel like listening to myself yap for 45 fucking minutes. Just to continue yapping about it for another hour or so. I need more of a reason than that. That's not why. What am I talking about? Perhaps there is something fucked up with me. I wouldn't be surprised if I have like holes in my brain or some shit like that. Or if like I have like a small brain, or parts of my brain are like slightly smaller or bigger than usual, or hell, even just missing. I feel like I'm missing important shit. Cause, like, I actually feel like there's something wrong with me. Crushing is too good for. First, I'll spend a year in the incinerator, and 10 years. What the fuck did she say? 10 or 5 years in like cryo storage or whatever the fuck. And then she's like, and then 10 years in the room I built where all the robots scream at you, and then I'll kill you. I need to replay Portal. Or watch playthrough of Portal, and then skip to like the last half hour, 40 minutes maybe. I'll run too lazy. I'd rather not. I also tried explaining some of the things about Hydro Thunder Hurricane to Gomez earlier today. Something that kind of surprised me is that he kind of remembered some of it because like when he invited me to a party earlier, I got reminded of Hydro Thunder, and I wanted to continue talking about it a little bit more. And he like remembered a decent amount of the stuff that I talked about, like a couple hours prior. And I thought that was really neat that he remembered that. I thought that was nice. Because for just about anybody, or everybody else for that matter, they probably wouldn't have been listening. But he demonstrated that he was in fact listening, and that he in fact remembered. I like that. The geometry. You're wondering why you can't look inside my head. Sometimes it's hard, but after a while every man shows himself. Oh, I'm sure they do. But you needed something more than a man. That's why you let Stark take the scepter. I didn't expect, but I knew it could control him, make him self-destruct. Everyone creates the thing they dread. But of peace creating another war, invaders create avengers, people create smaller people, children. I lost the word there. Children. Designed to supplant them, to help them. And is that why you've come? To end the Avengers? I've come to save the world. But also, yeah. I need guns. Lots of guns. Mr. Vic. The man who thinks he can fight his way out. The man who thinks he can buy his way out. And a man who thinks he can kill his way out. Although I do remember something from last stream where I was going to talk about how I managed to impress some of my colleagues in third period today in Latin class. I guess impress, I don't know. Now after an impression, I guess. I don't know. But I got cut off because Gomez invited me to a party, and then I got distracted, and then I didn't really get to elaborate and talk about it. I think I did, but because Gomez was there, I would like to repeat that. So basically, in third period today, you know, in Latin, we got the assignment done pretty quickly. Because where we left off yesterday, the day before, we were like almost done with it, and so we wrapped it up pretty quickly. There was like a paragraph or two that was left untranslated, and that was what we worked on today, and we got that done within like the first 15 to 20 minutes of the class, and you know it's like 40 minutes long, so. Once we got that done, we had to like half the class time to ourselves. Mr. Harper, he has 2 classes he works with at that same time. Excuse me. Technically 3, because Latin 3 and 4 take place in the same room, my room, the seminar room, whereas Latin 2 takes place in the room next to us. And as Latin 1, which I'm pretty sure is second period, is somewhere down on the second floor in his original room, where we all used to be. It's very crowded. But yeah, we got the assignment done early, and we were messing around for like half the class. And then near the end, somewhere near the end, like the last 5 to 10 minutes, one of my colleagues, Bella, she's, I don't remember if it was her specifically or somebody else that proposed the idea. It might have been her. I'm pretty sure it was her. But she's like, hey, what if we just start, like, reciting, you know, the Latin that we're supposed to be translating, but we just do it in, like, a monotone voice, and we're not translating the Latin, we're just reciting what's on the page. So that way it sounds like we're fucking chanting, or doing some goofy magical shit. And that's what Bella was doing. No one really paid attention, I was paying attention. Well, maybe a couple other people were. No one else joined her, that's why I said they probably weren't paying attention. Yeah. Most of them weren't paying attention. They weren't going along with it. I thought the idea was interesting, this is why I talk about it like that. But yeah, a couple people weren't paying attention to her. I was paying attention to her, maybe a couple other people were too. And I decided to join in with her. And I started at one of the paragraphs. I don't remember which line I read, but I did what Bella was doing, what she thought would be a really cool idea that we all did. You know, again, reciting the Latin, you know, monotone chanting type shit, right? I added my own little twist on it though, because what I did is that I did what she did, except I did it whilst Mongolian throat singing, and and then everybody was paying attention, and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And then Bella, she's like, "Wait, Ethan, do that again. That was sick." And I'm like, "All right, bet." and I just like recite what I said again, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's amazing." And someone else remarked that as well. And then she was like, "Hey, she was like, Ethan, have you ever watched Dune?" And I was like, "Yeah, I watched the first one." And she's like, "You sound like those one guys in the movie that were like singing." And I'm like, "The Harkonnen?" And she's like, "Yeah, the Harkonnen. You sound like the fucking Harkonnen, like chanting." And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so." Something like that. She's like, "That's cool, man. It's pretty neat." I don't know. I really wish it, like, at least one of them were, like, I was, like, actually acquainted with and friends with. Like, yeah, I'm technically friends with Jacob. However, he doesn't, in my opinion, he doesn't have much of a heart for Latin compared to me, Lenora, Bella, Leo, I can't think of anyone else that does good in that class. Ooh. Fuck, what's his name? Oh, I hate his ass because he types slightly faster than me. That used to be why I disliked Bella, was because she would always like answer the Kahoots before me because I can't type as fast. Fucking, there's this one kid. I think his name starts with like a B. Brandon? His name might be Brandon. But I noticed his name start to show up in the last few Kahoots, and I'm like, who is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Because I'll be getting like all the answers right as quick, and I'll type them in as quickly as I possibly can to, you know, get the highest score because I'm a competitive little bitch. And I'll And then, like, right at the end, I notice that Brandon is still at the fucking top, and I'm, like, in 6th or 3rd place, and I'm like, who is this guy? Like, I ain't never heard of no Brandon in Latin 3 or 4. Who the fuck is this guy? Who is he? I'd like to meet this man and shake his hand. I would like to inquire about him and his, ability. I'd like to meet this man. But he just types faster than me, which is why he gets a higher score than me. Although I get the answers right, and so does he. You know, I'm a salty little bitch because I'm not in 1st place. And he is. So, I'm like, who is this guy? You know? I don't know who he is or where he is in that classroom, but he's there. He's a goddamn omnipresent motherfucker. He's like everywhere but nowhere at the same time. Motherfucker's invisible. Like, I didn't know I was playing Kahoot against God. Like, who is this guy? This is some divine creature or some shit. Yeah, no. I like to... So I periodically watch, like, speedruns of, like, some of the games that I like. I don't watch speedruns of Minecraft, particularly because I don't like playing Minecraft like that. I don't like speeding through the game. However, every other game, though, that's a different story. Like, I can't, like, think of Minecraft as being a game that you can beat quickly. And I've never really thought of it like that, as, like, a competitive thing that you can race through. As opposed to other games, especially this one, where you can actually race. Or, you know, you can race metaphorically, but, you know, you actually, you know, I don't know. Minecraft doesn't really fit that criteria for me to want to watch it like that. But every other game, oh, by all means, I'll watch it. I'll watch a fucking speedrun. Go for it. Fucking Halo. Um, Halo. Uh, Halo. Crimson Skies, Road to Revenge. Hydro Thunder Hurricane. What are some other games? Those are the only games I like to watch speedruns on. Yeah, so I like to watch speedruns of like Halo, Hydro Thunder Hurricane, this game, right? And Crimson Skies Road to Revenge. The speedruns for Crimson Skies are interesting, I guess, because like some of the shit that they do. Like, I watched this one speedrun one time, and like the guy completed the entire game in like 2 hours, and I think the fastest I've beaten it is like 5. But the thing is that he utilizes like a mechanic I've known about, but I didn't really think of it being like having the ability to like use it the way he did. Because for some reason, like whenever you go to like enter a turret, you go to repair your plane, or you go to land somewhere, or some shit. Like there's like depending on what the circumstances are, you can like you can do that repeatedly, multiple times. You can like stack it. But the thing is that like there's like a cutscene, but you can skip the cutscene, but it also skips forward ahead in time. So if there's a wave of enemies ahead of you, don't worry. You know, just hop in the Pandora and hop out multiple times until you get to the end of part of the map where there's no more enemies you have to worry about. Like, you could just spam it, and it doesn't even matter. Like, I never, like, you know, thought of, you know, utilizing that mechanic like that. But when I saw that, I was like, fuck, it's genius. Why didn't I think of that type shit, you know? I was like, man, I was like, fuck, that's genius. Why didn't I think of that? I've seen speedruns of this game too, Hunter x Thunder. However, definitely not as many. Although I've watched one speedrun of Crimson Sky's Hero to Revenge fully, I've watched multiple, I wouldn't call them speedruns, but definitely kind of like playthroughs of like the Tempest Championship. Because like half of them I watch aren't even like world, like not world records, but fuck. Like half of them aren't even speedruns. It's just the guy playing through Tempest. Fuck, excuse me. It's just the guy playing through Tempest. And it's just, I don't know. I don't really learn much from the speedruns I've seen people do on Hydro Thunder Hurricane. There's not many mechanics that they utilize in this game that I'm like unaware of. Like how to do it, or like where it is. That's so loud. Oh, let's forget about that. I'm so sorry. Like a mechanic that I've known about for like quite a few years is that if you rotate your boat whilst mid-air, like about 45 degrees or more, then it gives you like a speed boost. Because the game thinks you're trying to make a hard turn, and it gives you like you know, a speed boost in order that you can make that turn easier. But the thing is that that can be abused, and you can just accelerate really quickly for no fucking reason, and just like get ahead really quickly. It's probably like the only mechanic I've like really seen used like universally. Cause I mean it's a good mechanic, don't get me wrong, but like sometimes people don't use it. Especially in places where I would have considered using it. I say using it like it's an ability. It kind of is. But I don't know, it's not like I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I also kind of want to know, like, what the lore is between, like, or, you know, like, in Hyrule to Revenge. Hyrule to Revenge, that's not the game I'm playing. I kind of want to know more about the lore of Hydro Thunder Hurricane. Because there's aliens and shit, there's high-tech boats, and there's just, like, technology that doesn't fucking exist right now. So like I kind of want to I want to figure out like what year is it, where these actually take place in real life, what led up to this, why are we racing? Is there a reason why we're racing, or is there like nothing more to that? Did I just beat my record by like 2 milliseconds? Fuck! I guarantee you, if I didn't rotate and continued boosting, I could have beaten my high score. By like milliseconds, but I guarantee you it could have fucking happened. Oh my god. Makes me so sad. Actually, I used the wrong consonant there. Instead of S, it's more like M. S&M. The song by what's her fuck, Lady Gaga, right? I think that's her name. I think that's who sang it. kind of interesting how, in like in the context of singing, we'll prefer the passive, like, oh yeah, she sung that song instead of she sang that song. Like, we know we're talking about, you know, the past tense, but we refer to the passive. Like, the passive mood. Not mood, what the fuck? The passive voice, there we go. Oh fuck, I fucking hate that guy. I hate the joke that he made only because I fucking understand it. I'd get used to that if I was you. Fuck you, dude. It took me like 2 seconds to realize it at first, and I'm like, why does that sound weird? Oh. Because it's like talking about, you know, a controversial move by, you know, something, something, something. And he's all talking about the removal of the subjunctive mood. And then at the end, he's like, so I get used to that if I was you. But the thing is that if I were you, were is in the subjunctive mood. So, yeah. I only get that because of Latin. And in turn, it teaches me English. And so I understood that well. It's a really, like, niche thing to, like, understand. It's very, like, it's like esoteric. I think is a word you could use to describe that. It's a thing that isn't easily understood. It's a very niche joke, I guess. I hate playing this game for long periods of time because I use my left hand the most on my controller. But the thing is that you always have to keep your, like, finger down on the trigger, and I can't, like, I have to use multiple buttons, and then so I instinctively grip to the controller harder, and so it can, like, currently my, like, fingers in my hand kind of hurt because I've been squeezing down on the buttons for so long, and it's really hard. Uncomfortable, to say the least. Why did I jump? That wasn't exactly a bad thing, now seeing the outcome, but that was risky. You know, it's really funny. Yesterday, I show up to third period just a little early. I show up right as the bell rings for everybody to start heading to the next period. Because, well, I mean, yeah. So, you know, I show up early for third period yesterday, right? I show up there right as the bell is ringing. And I'm there like a minute or two early. And then the first person after me to come into the class is Bella. And she sees me, and she's like, "Hey Ethan, how are you?" And I'm like, "Dude, those stairs are fucking killing me." And she laughs, and I'm like, "Did I miss anything on Friday? Because I wasn't present Friday last week." And she's like, "Well, we missed you." And I was like, "All right, well, didn't answer my question, but you know, comprehensive." Couple seconds late. You know, she's like, she's like, "We missed you." So they were struggling, it seems, on Friday. I even told my mom about it later that day, and she's like, "Alright, well, you can't miss school anymore then, because, you know, your colleagues they'll be angry at you, because, like, you know, who are they gonna ask whenever they can't figure out what something means? Or, you know, how to translate something properly." Oh, dude. So, I think it might have been earlier today. I don't think it was. It might have been later yesterday. Also in third period. when everyone was there. I'm gonna say it was yesterday. Although technically it's not the day before. But, yesterday, um, again in third period, yeah, again yesterday, again third period, Bella, she's all asking me, she's like, Ethan, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, we need your help. And I'm like, alright, bet, what's good? What line are you what are y'all guys struggling with? And she's like, line 18, like page 18, line like 31 or some shit like that. And they were, not she in particular, they were having trouble deciphering, like, part of his sentence. But I was really confused on how they started to translate it. Because I didn't, like, there was almost nothing wrong with how they were translating it, except for one thing, and arguably the most important thing. It was the way they translated the verb in the sentence. And for some reason, they thought that dabimus meant we will compel, or not we will compel, we will condemn. Oh, wait, it was, no, that's the other thing from today. Never mind. Yeah, it was like, they translated dabimus as we will condemn for some reason. And I was like, alright, so that's interesting. So what I did is at first I translated it right, the correct way, and then I also added, the correct translation of dabimus, which obviously isn't we will condemn, it's we will give. I don't know how they got that mixed up. Excuse me. From what I could gather about how they reacted when I explained my decision for using we will give instead of we will condemn, how they reacted to another classmate, another colleague, I can almost assume that it was probably Leo's fault. Yeah, he probably mistook it for some other verb, or probably read the wrong definition or confused the forms somehow, and got condemn out of we will condemn out of we will give. Because, like, Bella looked at him, and he's like, oh my god, I can't believe I messed that up. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know how you messed that up either. Well, I mean, I didn't say that to him, but that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know how you get condemn from give. I feel like that's a pretty universal verb. I don't know, especially like given the context. Like usually, like with like the context of the rest of the sentence, you can pretty easily decipher the verb. Especially if you have it wrong, then like you can just like, use that to further your verb and further figure out whether or not you got something the fuck wrong. That didn't happen though with Leo nor Bella or anyone else for that matter. Yeah, no, they translated fucking Dabimus as we will condemn as a rather than we will give. I don't know where they got that from. I don't know where that came from at all. Oh, this skin is so ugly. I hate this skin. There should have been more skins. The skins for Rad Hazard should be better. It should have made better skins. This, because like there's 4 skins for the Rad Hazard, and half of them suck ass. This one being one of them is actually worse in my opinion, because it's this ugly ass yellow. Like pretty much the whole boat is just this ugly ass, dirty, moldy fucking yellow, like some kind of cum stain, and it's like all moldy and shit. and then there's like some green or blue mixed in there as well. To like give like a kind of like shape or pattern into the fucking skin, and it's just fucking gross. I don't like it. This one is infinitely better than that one, but they're both still ass. As opposed to the other ones, like the I don't remember what that one is called, but it's like related to a planet, I think, Saturn, Mars, maybe. But it's like um, it's like a sleek white and black type of shit, and it's all like cool, fancy, space-looking type shit. And then the other one, which is probably my most favorite, is this, but it's like made of and it's all with like red, orange, yellow, purple, and pinkish color. That kind of section of the rainbow. The rainbow. Yep, that's the rainbow. That section of the rainbow. All those colors. That's probably my favorite skin. But you know, half of the skins for the Rat Hazards suck ass. If you if you could be able to like unlock the red and blue team skins for like the bows, oh my god. You know, as holy shit. But compared to the other skins, the bow, they're basically sleek white and red or blue, and the black is replaced with white for both red and red. Love my minute that I'm got star to my channel. I use the blue one, however, that because I use the red one and I want to push it a little bit. Not really a safe. Tolling of bells is ears. Yeehaw. Alright, well, I know I didn't stream